Every great brand starts with a story. What's yours? This isn't just another video on storytelling. By the end of this, you'll see storytelling through a whole new light. Usually, storytelling is looked at from the perspective of the person telling the story. And there are more than enough videos on that. I want to take a different angle today. Let's look at storytelling from the perspective of the person hearing the story. Let me start with a story. My story. When I founded McKay's Enterprises, I was faced with countless challenges. But one thing, just one, well, there were a few, but this one thing made the world of difference. And that one thing is storytelling. The big thing that storytelling did for me and the stories that I was hearing was it gave me hope. You see, I just started on a journey pursuing this thing called entrepreneurship, and I thought I knew a lot about it, but the deeper I got into it, the more I realized that I didn't really know anything about anything. I knew that I would have to learn about business. I knew that I would have to work hard. I knew that I would have to chase this dream no matter what, but what I didn't understand was the isolation that comes alongside of it. What I didn't understand was the fact that everybody around you can't see the vision that you have. And so when you're telling them about these dreams, about these aspirations, when you are declining opportunities to go out with people, nobody understands it. And that's where storytelling really made a difference in my journey. You see, there's a lot of information out there on entrepreneurship, on how it's a lonely road, on how it's a difficult journey. All of that stuff didn't make a difference when I was actually going through it. And the one thing that did was storytelling. Going and watching podcasts of other great entrepreneurs speaking about the challenges that they went through, giving us our perspective, just made me relate and made me feel less alone. Just knowing that I'm not the only person going through this, that made the world of difference. And that's the difference you can make in your potential clients' lives, and more than that, in the lives of anybody hearing your content. Storytelling is an opportunity for you to be there for someone that you haven't even had the opportunity to meet. And I know it sounds crazy, but you, a performance mindset coach, have chosen this path for a reason. You want to make an impact on the lives of others. You want to change lives for the better. Storytelling is a way to do that. Without me hearing the stories of other entrepreneurs struggling and pushing through it and then seeing the success stories, I potentially wouldn't have made that link. And without it, I don't know where I'd be today. So instead of looking at storytelling as just a tool to build your brand, see it as an opportunity to lead boldly and to show people what it looks like when they chase after those dreams, what it looks like when they sit in the discomfort, really dig into those feelings that you felt, that your clients have felt, that you've seen people feel, so that they have the first point of relating. And then you pull them through the journey, and at the end you give them something to relate to, which is the desire for success. You show them the outcome that people have seen. Each of your clients is the main character in their own lives. For you to be able to craft effective stories, that's something you are going to have to realize. You may be the main character in your story, but you can't be the main character in theirs. Storytelling gives you the opportunity to lead someone through their struggles. Without Alex Hormozi's story about how he lost everything and then built it back up again, and how he was sitting with $0 in his bank account with a negative bank credit, how he was sitting in absolute frustration, I wouldn't have pushed through when I was feeling those exact same things. And I might not be the most successful entrepreneur right now, not even close, but I wouldn't be where I am right now if it weren't for the stories that I'd heard of others in the same situation, but who made it through. Because it gives me the courage to believe that maybe, just maybe, I can as well. The aim here is not just to tell a story for the sake of telling a story. What we're doing here is we are creating experiences in the minds of those who listen. Evoke strong emotions, paint vivid pictures, and most of all, these different perspectives are everything in the moments where your perspective is failing you. think about Nike's Just Do It campaign. Just Do It isn't just a slogan. It's a story about overcoming obstacles, pushing past your limits, and achieving greatness. Let's get practical. Let's craft a few key moments in your story. You're a performance mindset coach, but you went through a few challenges to reach the level of success that you've gotten, regardless of where you are in your journey. Start with a struggle, move to the breakthrough, and finally paint a picture of success. Here's a simple template. I was struggling with X, then I discovered Y, now I have Z success. For an even more relatable story, tell this from the perspective of your past clients, showing future clients what could be them. The future of storytelling is exciting. With technology, you can create even more immersive and personalized stories. No matter how advanced technology gets, the core principles of storytelling, authenticity, emotion, and connection will always remain the same. Start telling your story today and watch how your brand completely transforms. Our mission here at McKay's is to empower performance mindset coaches to change the world through revolutionary brand strategies. Let's revolutionize minds, redefine excellence, and lead boldly. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Matt Gounden here. We are up close and personal. I just wanted to give you a congratulations on getting to the end of that video. Now, if you found it at all helpful, then drop a like, and if you had any thoughts, pop them over in the comment section. This just helps me see which content is working and which needs to be improved on. And then if you're at all interested in building your brand, then subscribe to this channel because this is the place to be, and hit the notification bell so that you are the first person to be notified when we drop new content. One more thing, performance mindset coaches, listen carefully. Drop the word lion in the comment section. That is Lion, lion. Lion. Drop that in the comment section and I'll get back to you with a link to a free brand strategy session so that we can take your brand to the next level. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Hop over to the comment section right now, and that's Lion, Lion, for your free strategy session. All right, I'll see you then. Cheers.